it seems to me like we have two different groups of people in our country right now. Those who want traditional values, that marriage should just be between a man and a woman, that the woman stays home and takes care of the family. They have gender stereotypes, and they're all Christians who go to church on Sundays. And that's great for them. But then you have a whole nother group of people in our country that want personal freedom. We live in the land of the free, so they want to decide for themselves whether or not they want to get married, whether or not they want to marry someone of the opposite gender, whether or not they want to be a Christian, whether or not they want to have kids or not, whether or not they don't want to work 9 to 5 and they just want to travel the world and blog for the rest of their life. And that's great too. And the wonderful thing about living in our country is you can do either. Well, hopefully it stays that way. What I don't see is the personal freedom people saying, hey, all you traditional people, you shouldn't be that way, you suck. But what I do see is the traditional value people going to the personal freedom people and saying, hey, you can't be that way. As a matter of fact, we're going to make law and policy against you. So you can't be that way because we don't agree. So what I want to remind my friends who have traditional values is you believe that you have free will to choose God or not choose God. And if God allows people to choose to live their life how they see fit, then why can't you allow them that? Why can't you allow people free will? Forcing other people into the mold that you see fit for their life, that they don't see fit for their life, that is not righteousness. That's control. And control is abuse, my friend. It is the opposite of having love, compassion, and respect for your neighbor. I understand that you want people to believe like you and be the same like you. When people believe something totally different, that can be very scary to you. And a lot of times our society villainizes and demonizes people just because they're different. But I want you to understand that the call is coming from inside your house. It's not the drag queen down the street. It's not the transgender man who's fixing your plumbing. It's not your gay server at Chili's. And it's not the lesbian nurse at your hospital. The predators in our world are your pastor, your uncle, your neighbor down the street. Yet all of these policies are being proposed and enacted to enforce traditional values, but under the guise of morality and public safety. And that's just simply not true. What makes our country great is its diversity. We are a melting pot of cultures and traditions and ideas and delicious food and perspectives. And research shows that the more diversity you have in your community with greater gender equality, they experience higher levels of economic growth and social well-being. So I just want to wrap this up by saying, in the same way that you love that your God gives you free will, please give that to others as well. True freedom is allowing everyone to live in alignment with their own identities and with their own beliefs without interference or coercion. We don't want a world where everybody is forced to conform, because that would strip us of our individuality and our creativity and our joy. Diversity is not a threat, it's a strength, friend. America thrives when people are free to be themselves.